Grant. The safe house is blown. Robolacs of Solaris are everywhere now. I'll meet you on the roof of the opposite building. Evacuate immediately.
Jason is covering us. That's fast. Grab the weapon and get out. Lady first, and man after.
With the new Cyberpunk 2077 delayed until later in 2020, perhaps there is a Cyberpunk void that needs filling. Cue Cutco Games' VR shooter Silicon Rising. Set within a future world controlled by artificial intelligence, you play as part of a team ready to save humanity. The game plans to release in February as a Steam Early Access title for VR headsets. We're using an HP Reverb Windows Mixed Reality headset, by the way. From our playtime, the core experience is complete, but the developer is keen to progressively add more to it over time. After several hours playing and besting the 5 missions on offer, Silicon Rising presents a neat mix of shooting actions. The opening mission, for example, has you fight off enemy droids through the city streets, with enemies coming at you from all angles, whilst the second sees you sniping from afar in a stealth-focused mission. Add a touch of driving and shooting at the same time, some boss battles, and you have a pleasant mixture of VR actions. The story is perhaps not the main element here, and whilst it adds some context, it isn't deep or impacting. Perhaps some lore outside of the missions could help this. Story aside, prepare to work up a sweat. Even on the easiest setting, the game is quite the challenge. The introduction first mission sets the stage for what's to come and feels quite tame in comparison. It's quite easy to get into a rhythm and learn the enemy patterns after a few attempts. Replenish health and grab new guns by shooting the icons, which appear to increase your offensive capabilities and your chances. At the end of each mission, you're rewarded for accuracy and headshots, and with a total score if global leaderboards appeals to you. Mission 2 changes things quite a bit and feels a lot less energetic, perhaps to allow you to compose yourself after the full-on assault of the previous mission. Cleverly, you can use 2 sniper positions and swap at will, but it's pretty unforgiving if you alert the enemy via breaking glass or bodies being discovered during the stealth phase. There's some learning involved during this mission, as it's not entirely clear what your objectives are at first. Hopefully the developers make it clearer what the mission parameters are before the final release. Mission 3 and beyond begins the workout. The game requires room scale for best results, although we beat it in a very small standing play area. Enemies come thick and fast here, and not only do you have to avoid an indestructible craft, but moving shielded droids as well. Prepare to crouch low on the floor if necessary to avoid attacks from the rear. Luckily, you're able to teleport to select points. However, these don't always protect you from incoming fire. We found shifting quickly between the 2 teleport points a valid tactic to avoid damage. In fact, during several moments, this seemed like the only way to survive. After several attempts and some sweating, Silicon Rising offers a pleasant workout. It took us about 4 hours to beat the campaign missions after several replays on the easiest setting. It's not a game you can simply stand on the spot and shoot at will unless you have completely mad skills. Prepare to move around or dodge by shifting your upper torso or ducking low to the ground, and we mean really low. Visually, the game looks fantastic and offers some cool neon lit locations that ooze the cyberpunk aesthetic. It's a shame you cannot linger and have a good look around. Perhaps a photo or tourist mode would be beneficial because it looks so nice. Gunplay is also pretty solid, with satisfying headshots of the droids. Perhaps more enemy variety could spice things up a little though. Silicon Rising seems like a cool shooter game for VR gamers, even though shooters are quite common on the platform. Whilst this game doesn't reinvent the wheel, it is a fun experience, even if a little tiring. If we were to offer a suggestion for improvement, then perhaps present alternate routes which change the outcome, some additional modes of play, such as a challenge mode where you stay in one of the more visually appealing locations with some objectives, or wave-based survival. Perhaps some secret weapons or an arcade mode with a timer and score multipliers. Aside from extra difficulty and leaderboard, there isn't much more to play with at present. The game presents various interactive elements such as drones and seagulls. Shooting these could also net some rewards or secrets. Silicon Rising launches soon on PC and is a cool game so far, in need of some extra bits and bobs to flesh it out, which hopefully the developers include over time. If you like cyberpunk visuals, then it's a nice but basic game to dive into so far. Okay, I'm Rob Cram, thanks for watching and check out some gameplay.
Are you here to kill me? Just do it.
What? Why do I want to kill you?
You are so slow. Just uncuff me already. Grant has gone rogue. Otherwise, why do you think I look like a fool to go over a shortcut at Times Square? Why Solaris is prepared for our every movements. Grant has never lost contact. He could hear every detail of our conversation.
Yeah. I also wondered why Grant knew we were at Times Square. But why Solaris did not just kill you?
I bet Solaris wouldn't. After all, I'm one of the only 2 persons who have seen their database.
Oh my God. Then Carl.